Gallup put out, of course, a poll recently and said that the number of Americans who consider themselves pro-choice higher than ever. The number of Americans who say they are voting exclusively on the issue of abortion or will not vote for a candidate who does not support choice, higher than ever. I mean, you have the numbers that continue to go up now 13 points over the past decade, and there is just no doubt. And by the way, people who consider themselves pro-life down 9 percentage points. And then I'd only vote for someone who shares my abortion views now, 32%. Compared to 17%. Also, something else that I noticed, Jonathan, in this poll that was fascinating, and it was the number of pro-life Americans who are really engaged on this topic is dropping. Why is it dropping? They've got what they wanted. It's kind of like after the Cold War was over. The Cold Warriors were a bit out of vogue. A guy like Bill Clinton could get elected a year after the Soviet Union fell. Winston Churchill could be voted out of office in 1945 after he won the Second World War. They won the big battle. Well, this is a generational battle that pro-life forces have been fighting, and they won. And so they're just not as engaged on this as women who actually know this is personal. This is personal to their freedom. This is personal to their families. This is personal to whether they're able to have a baby or not. This is personal to whether their 10-year-old girl who gets raped is going to be forced by the state to have a child or be sterilized because of tragedy that befalls them. I mean, this is having such an impact, and you're seeing it in these numbers.
Yeah, and it's possible that all of the election analysis, all the punditry about 2024 is missing the sleeping giant of this election, which is the same one of the last couple, abortion rights. That, yes, that we're so consumed with conversations about President Biden's age or even Donald Trump's criminal convictions or, yes, Milwaukee. But really, this here will be the definitive issue again, like it was in 2022, like it has been in a number of special elections, all since the Dobbs decision. And the Democrats, well, have basically been undefeated on this issue ever since. And abortion rights, certainly the Biden campaign believes, along with the economy, will be the two biggest components here. And we are seeing there are so many Americans, Joe and Mika, who are going to vote on this issue and this issue alone, particularly, but not limited to, suburban women who very well may be the deciding demographic of this election. We shouldn't be overlooking how important this all is, particularly as Democrats, Eugene's right, expect to hear the phrase Trump abortion ban a lot from Vice President Harris and others going forward. And they also are going to warn them about threats to IVF, contraception, and more.
Well, since the Trump abortion ban, pro-choice pro-choice votes in state after state after state have broken for pro-choice forces in states like Kansas, Kentucky, Ohio. It's not really even close. It's way above the majority in all of those states.
Well, the people are speaking on this
The reddest of red states.
And these nightmare stories that keep pouring out of women suffering because of these bans. I mean, really, what did you expect?
Because of Donald Trump.
Ahead.
And by the way, Donald Trump still so proud of it.
I know.
Still brags about terminating
Proud
Roe.
of torturing people.